Longtime Congressman Jerry Nadler facing the fight of his political career right now. He is battling a fellow veteran Democrat in next month's primary in the heart of Manhattan. The congressman recently scored a legislative victory on Capitol Hill when the House approved his same-sex marriage bill, a bill that he's been pushing for a decade. Washington Bureau reporter Kevin Frey sat down with Nadler to talk about the bill's future and more.
It was a long-sought victory for Congressman Jerry Nadler.
The bill is passed.
The House approving his Respect for Marriage Act, enshrining federal protections for same-sex couples. Nadler had been introducing the legislation for 13 years, targeting a decades-old law defining marriage as a union between a man and a woman.
I went into politics because I never lost my childhood predisposition to say, but that isn't fair.
47 House Republicans voted yes, including all but one GOP member from New York.
Could you have imagined that back in 2009 when you first introduced this bill?
No.
Why?
Because the zeitgeist wasn't there.
The bill's fate in the Senate is unclear. 10 Republican yes votes are needed to send it to the president. Next month, after New York's redistricting shakeup, Nadler faces off against fellow Manhattan incumbent Carolyn Maloney in the 12th District primary. Maloney also has a lengthy history on LGBTQ issues, fighting for domestic partnerships as a city councilwoman and co-sponsoring Nadler's bill back in 2009.
She may very well have been among the original co-sponsors, etc. I would simply say that I'm the one who's taken the lead for all these years.
Nadler chairs the House Judiciary Committee, where he's ushered through bills reforming gun laws, decriminalizing marijuana, and, of course, protecting same-sex marriage. He's also called for adding justices to the Supreme Court.
That bill to increase the size of the Supreme Court was considered very radical, way out when it was introduced. It's not considered so radical now.
Nadler says it's hard to know if the Justice Department is being aggressive enough in investigating Donald Trump's efforts as president to overturn the 2020 election. That's because, Nadler says, so much of the department's work is done behind closed doors. As for the former president, he is more definitive.
Should he be charged?
I think so. You have to show that no one is above the law, as the Attorney General said.
Nadler and I did speak explicitly about his re-election bid. On Maloney's argument that you cannot send a man to do a woman's job, Nadler said he'd put his record on women's rights up against anybody. In response to challenger Suraj Patel's call for new blood, he argued his 30-year tenure and his chairmanship give New York a lot of clout on the Hill. In Washington, Kevin Frey, New York 1.